Been denied.
No, not this time. Hi, everybody. I hope you've had a good holiday. There, look, there's our Ben Gleib.
Hello.
Whoa. I got the volume turned up on everything.
Turn your volume down on your phone or one of the things or something.
Right?
Right, indeed.
It's always a tech fest with us.
It is.
Hey, everybody. Welcome. Ben and I are doing a show tomorrow night on your New Year's Eve. We're trying to salvage this holiday season for everybody. And also, you know, we know that this year was pretty much, you know, these years come what? Once every, well, let's be honest, 30 years. Anyway, it was a bad year. And we're skipping that. We're moving right to the comedy. And we've got a special announcement to make that we're not going to make quite yet. Tomorrow on the show, Jen Saunderson is hosting. Daya Lakshmian is also doing a set. Who the reason why Daya is on the show is I've worked with her maybe the last 5 New Years. We do New Year's together traditionally, and I was just chuffed as a niblet to be able to. I asked Ben if it'd be groovy, and so I was able to get Daya back again, which is really cool. And I've never done a New Year's with Ben. We always have our own gig, so
this is true. So we finally get to do it, my friend.
Right, and then maybe next year, like humans, like live and stuff.
That would be cool. Yeah. I've heard of live. That was a different time, wasn't it, Greg?
That was the before times when we used to reenact the hunt in front of crowds of drunk people in different places like Philadelphia and Portland and whatnot.
People are saying we got to turn on echo suppression. Can you maybe turn your volume all the way to 0 on your phone?
I've tried that, and it's being there. That's much better.
I'm still hearing echo. Maybe we have to plug in headphones. We may need to go the headphone style. You know what I mean?
All right, let me go get my thingy. You'll have to fill time while I go get my earplug.
I can do that. I can fill time. It's great to be with you all filling the time. And let me plug in my headphones. We have quite an announcement for you in just a few moments. And I didn't even tell this to Greg yet, but we might even be able to give away 2 free tickets. 2 free tickets to our show tomorrow night at Nowhere Comedy on Zoom, so you can join us and celebrate. But most of you will have to buy your ticket, but I would be putting up a discount link in a moment where you can get a discount ticket. Greg, I mentioned to the good people, I'll be able to give away 2 tickets we can give away free because an amazing supporter of mine, Becca Lynn, purchased 4 tickets, and 2 of them will be given away right now for free. I don't think Greg's hearing anything of that.
That's fantastic.
Sandwich. Hello?
Here we go.
There you are. Is this better sound-wise, everybody on the internet? Hello?
I'm trying desperately to be younger than I am, but it's not working. Then I would have more tech craft.
I understand that.
And I'd be able to look at the same camera like Ben is, except one camera with Ben is like he's a rodeo rider and the camera's below him and he's about to come out of the chute. And the other camera is like he's a rock star who's hiding in the Arctic.
Yeah. Well, you got it right on both cases.
Right? And I look like an aging vampire who's finally been run to ground by Van Helsing.
Yeah, you do. You kind of do. But the great news is you're going to live forever, Greg.
Right? In a magic wonderland.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to be able to give away 2 free tickets during this broadcast because Becca Lynn purchased 4, and we can give away 2 during this. But that's not the announcement we have for people, is it?
Oh, no. Listen.
First, should we tell them about the show?
Yeah, I think we should, man. It'll be like this, but slightly more formalized, like with comedy.
Yeah, we're going to add comedy to the mix. Instead of us sitting here non-comedically, we're going to add comedy. It'll look better. Greg's video is going to be incredible. I won't be wearing this. We're going to be dressed up. I'm considering a tux for New Year's Eve, Greg.
You know what? I don't own a tux, and I feel really shitty about that I never went out and bought one. I would have loved one. I had a vintage one in the 80s, but of course I weighed like 70 pounds less then. And it was really heavy. That's the thing. It was a thrift store tux from like the 40s. So the fabric was, you know, this thick wool, and which in a tux is exactly what you don't. You want it to be like sexy and lightweight and fitted because it's hot all night in a tux, and tuxes are formal. And you're going to be wearing crazy shoes if you wear a tux because you have to wear like shiny shoes. You can't.
Right.
You can't wear like brogues or whatever. Do you have a tux?
I do have a tux. It's just a
Oh,
basic
you
tux.
did a lot of TV hosting though and stuff. So
yeah, I just bought it for a wedding at some point. It was like $150. It's not very fancy, but it looks nice. Tuxes are all the same as the thing.
Right?
The designers and the cheap ones look exactly the same.
Do you wear one for your bar mitzvah or is it just a suit?
No, just a suit.
Yeah.
So are you going to wear a suit for this situation?
Well, I have what I ran it by Jennifer today. I have the black suit, a white shirt. I have a very fancy Dolce & Gabbana tie that I bought in Rome in 1997, which is a whole nother story. Well, let's tell it now. So we were in Rome and we were taking a lavish haul. We lived in England at the time and we went for like 4 days. And we went to Dolce & Gabbana. We were staying at this really cute hotel, not the fancy one at the top, but I can't remember the name of it. It had Art Deco inside, which was hilarious. Or like Urte, you know, that really lavish, you know, where women are on peacocks and just, you know, over the top Roman. No, taste isn't a barrier, right? Like they invented the Catholic Church, so there's no barrier to how much is gaudy, how much is too much. No. So we walked down the Spanish Steps, which is very romantic and just as romantic as you think it is. And there's gypsy children, you know, accosting you for money. And you've been to Italy, right? So it's pigeons, giant monuments everywhere. Go to the Dolce & Gabbana, and there's 2 girls, and both of them are boomtatious, right? Both of them are just, just
I call it ow,
right? The badunkadunk. And so we both try on suits, and the suits are inconceivably tight. Like mine, I haven't been able to fit it in 100 years, but even when I could fit in it, the pain in your crotch was let you know how rock the suit was, right? Like you just hurt. And Jennifer put on a suit, and it was really tight. And these 2 girls are wearing the tightest clothes in the world. And we both went, are these suits too tight on this? And they went, oh, no. Bene, bella. Right. So we bought them. Right. And we walked around Rome in them. And of course we were like, oh, every time we sat down, perfect for a runway. And then if you could change into like flannel. So I'm going to wear the tie, which is this beautiful cravat.
Oh,
and
just
on the back
tie
of it, it says Atlantic City, 1948. There's this hilarious like pinup girl in the bottom of the tie on the back of the fabric. It's just, I'll show you tomorrow. And then a black suit.
What pattern is it so I can try to like match it in some way?
Here, let me get it.
Great. We will be announcing in just a few moments who our surprise special guest is on our New Year's Eve extravaganza tomorrow. It's Greg and Gleib. It's a New Year's Eve thing. Improv, comedy celebration, and midnight toast. Midnight East Coast. We will bring in the new year together and ring it in. Both of those will be done at the exact same time. And then also, on top of that, you'll be playing a drinking game along with us. We're going to announce the drinking game at the beginning of the show. You can drink along whenever we say or do a certain thing. We're figuring out the exact detail of how it's going to run. And you'll be able to join us in a scene at some point. We have a couple of games where the audience can join as part of the show. And then midnight toast. Carmel may make an appearance, I believe, to give me a midnight kiss. It's some of the only action.
Really? Well, I'm working on Jennifer. So here's the cravat. It's a little fatter than you would wear now because this is 90s style.
Sure.
So you can see how fat it is. But then the details are, it's the pattern's fabulous, as you can see. And it's a light silk. It's a really light silk. There's no, there's not a lot of bumpy texture to it.
I hate a heavy silk. Sometimes you put on a silk and it just kind of weighs you down and kind of anchors you.
Tell me about it. Ask any Chinese emperor. Am I right?
Fact. That is a fact. The Silk Road leads to one castle only, Greg.
It's kind of a Toulouse-Lautrec dancing girl.
I love that.
In the back of this tie.
That is cool. I hate when as much as I like secret stuff, I also hate when the coolest part of an item is on the inside because who will ever see it except for right now when people are seeing it?
I don't know, but it's a confidence that you share with the tailor. You know what I mean? Like, I have a friend in London who's Jennifer and I went to visit him years ago, and then we renewed he's a tailor named John Pierce. And if you look him up on the internet, and it's PE. Oh,
people didn't see your tie on the Instagram. You got to show the Instagram camera the tie.
Okay. PE. Here's the pattern, my darlings. As you can see, it's a beautiful, lovely silk. And then on the back of this cravat is a total girly This is Dolce & Gabbana. So these are people who paid the mafia to, remember the big Dolce & Gabbana scandal where they were making out payments because they're, it's Rome. It's Rome. It's Rome.
When in Rome, what are you supposed to do?
Do as the Parisians do.
That's
So
exactly
John
right.
Pierce is a friend of mine in London, and he's made suits for Jimi Hendrix and Brian Jones, Eric Clapton, Mick Jagger, and whatnot. You can look him up, Pearse. And his suits are bitching, like a marijuana thing, paisley, whatnot. So I was in his shop with my wife, and we're all very friendly. Anyway, his shop's in London in Soho, and he gave me this as a gift the last time I saw him last Christmas. And it's a scarf, but I wanted you to see the pattern on this.
Oh, gorgeous. Whoa, gecko.
Right? Look at that. It's a lizard, but it's a really elegant little Londony scarf. He pulled it off the rack, and he talks like this. Benjamin, yes. Take this. Go on, Benjamin. Yes. No, at that point, Keith Richards couldn't pay for shit. He's a real eccentric. Anyway, I'm just bragging now, but I wanted to just show you that because that's my outfit for tomorrow. I'm wearing the scarf and the
and I didn't mention this part, Greg, about tomorrow is that we're then doing a VIP post-show cocktail hour where you can get a singles ticket or a couples ticket and join us. And Greg and I will each teach you how to make our favorite cocktail. As soon as you get the ticket, we email you with all the ingredients you need to go get at the market if you don't have it at home. And then you make it along with us. And we'll, of course, also hang out and take questions. It's going to be very, very fun.
Tell me about the one you're making, because I think it's a classic. And I used to go to this bar in the Richmond district in San Francisco because I lived there. And I can't remember it was called Russian Balalaika or something. Hilarious. And the guy behind the bar was named Boris. I'm not kidding. And he had a giant head like Brezhnev. And he would pour vodka. And when he poured it for you, he'd go, vodka, like that. And I often got mules there because they came in a brass affair. You know what I mean? It was in a metal cup.
Oh, yes. That's what I'll be using.
The Russian Renaissance. Jennifer just texted me. It was called the Russian Renaissance, and it's in the Richmond district in San Francisco. Sorry.
Okay, very nice. So I'll be making a dark and stormy in a copper mug.
I'll
be teaching along with it the variations. If you don't prefer a rum drink, I'll be teaching a Moscow Mule or a country mule with whiskey, Moscow Mule with vodka, whichever way you want to do it. And tell people what you're going to be teaching how to make.
I'm gonna, but I got to go back for 1 second because you just Leonard Skinnered me so hard there. Did you say country mule?
You better believe it.
What's a country mule got in it?
A country mule is the same ingredients really as the dark and stormy, but it's whiskey replacing the dark rum. So it's the bitters, it's the ginger beer, and it's whiskey, the right amounts, nicely mixed up in your mug with your rocks, and you've got yourself a lovely cocktail.
But what type of whiskey? I'm not an expert on whiskey. It's the drink I drink the least. But what kind do you use? Like a bourbon, like a American bourbon, or a real Tennessee mash? Or
I use a bourbon. It's not a Scotch beverage. It's definitely a bourbon situation. And it doesn't really echo started on my mic again. That's weird.
Me too.
It's definitely just a whiskey situation, a straight up whiskey. It doesn't really matter what whiskey you use because it just mixes so nicely after ginger beer.
Am I asking like Four Roses, Old Overholt?
Four Roses, great choice. Great choice. I love Four Roses.
Four Roses goes back. I had a book about Butch Cassidy when I was little because I loved the movie, and it was called The Wild Bunch. And at one part of the book, they're on the run and they're like in, Iron City, Nevada or something. And they stop and buy Four Roses. And that made me so excited to know that there was a brand that Butch Cassidy drank that you could still go down to the store. And
that's pretty damn cool.
I lived across from a Persian liquor store in San Francisco in the 80s. And to give you an idea of what kind of neighborhood it was, there was a bin next to the cash register. And it was cash in those days, that had loose cigarettes in it for a nickel because the neighborhood required that you be able to have an option lower than the pack.
Of course.
And he had Four Roses behind him, right? David, the proprietor. And every year at Halloween, I would play The Thrilling, Chilling Sounds of the Haunted House by Walt Disney, which has a whoo and clanking chains and whatnot. And one year I hadn't gotten home in time, and he goes, "Greg, where's the record?" I'm like, I didn't know you noticed. You know what I mean? Like, that every year. Were we about to reveal something here? Oh no, yes. The drink I'm going to make is Louis Buñuel was a filmmaker that's regarded along with Bergman and Kurosawa, Fellini, whatnot. Lena Vertmerl, like a very eminent foreign director. His subject matter is often the Catholic Church and bourgeois people. Belle de Jour with Catherine Deneuve, with Exterminating Angel. They're all examinations of the soul and very, very funny, really funny, and insightful. Anyway, he was an elegant man, and he was kind of had to leave Spain because of Franco and whatnot. So he shot in Paris, he shot in Mexico, a lot of movies, and his martini is this really ascetic one, and I love it. Now, it requires, we'll send you the menu. And by the way, I can boil mine down to elementals like Ben. If at all costs you can't get out and get anything, vodka and ice is enough. Because I don't want to put a lot of pressure on everybody to get Angus. I don't have bitters. I blew it and did not get them the other day. I'm not getting them. No. I don't know where they are. So
make a store run.
Oh no. I can't interact with other people right now, Ben. We're in a very serious.
Order some Postmates bitters. I might. If I have an extra bottle, I might have to send some to your house for tomorrow.
Messenger them over to me. Anyway, so you don't have to have a shaker.
You don't have to have a shaker. A pitcher works.
No, anything will do. Any large device, a wastebasket. I went to visit my cousin Donnie years ago in Texas. He was living in Coffee City then, near my mother, and I went over to his crib and I brought tequila and margarita stuff, and avocados, chips, whatnot. Right, this is Texas, and he goes, I go, you got anything to mix this in, like a blender and whatnot? And he goes, oh no. And he goes, if you don't mind, this is a little East Texas, but it works. Takes out. Do you remember the jugs of orange juice that are a gallon, or the lemonade that was a gallon that your parents would get, a gallon jug? Sure. And then he had cut the top off of it, you see. So he poured the tequila into that and then took a hand mixer and went like this into it. And I was like, this is so white trash that I'm afraid that we're going to have a baby together.
I love that so much. This reminds me of when I used to cut off the top of one of those milk jug kind of lemonade things and do gravity bongs in college.
Yeah.
It was quite a good way to get very stoned. So we are about to reveal to you who our special guest is for New Year's Eve. And let me just set the stage one more time, and I will let Greg reveal the news. Tomorrow night, New Year's Eve, if you don't have plans, and you probably don't yet, join us. You're going to be playing improv games, watching us make you laugh. You can ask us questions in our What Kind of Question Is That segment. We'll be playing Whose Line Is It Anyway type improv games. You can play a drinking game along with the show. It's going to be a real blast. And at midnight, we will have a champagne toast. Our ladies may or may not be joining us on camera for that. And then there's a post-show VIP cocktail hour. But during the show, there is a special guest. We promised a surprise. We're going to tell you that surprise right now. Greg, who will be popping in to join us on New Year's?
All of our friends, Benjamin. It's going to be very special. Not only is he known to you, because I've been on a show with him that rhymes with schmooze schmline. Is it schmoney way? I've been on the road with him in a group called Schmooze Schlive anyway. You know him. He is, in fact, the tall one. Our guest tomorrow is none other but improv legend Ryan Stiles. He has been joining us.
Stiles.
He's parachuting in from, he lives where D.B. Cooper landed, way up north, and he's parachuting in from there. He's going to drop into the show. He's been really nice about it. He is an exciting guest because I don't know. He said, what do you want me to do? And I was like, the usual, nothing really, minimal. So I think it's going to be great. And I think we're all excited about it. And
it's going to be absolute credible. Frank Notaro's mind is blown. Timothy's mind is blown. Jan Johnson's mind is blown. You can get your ticket right now at tinyurl.com/live DEC31. Live DEC31.
I'll tell you a couple of cute Ryan Stiles stories, but first give that address again.
tinyurl.com/live Live DEC 31. It is on your screen right now. Right now, the guest is Ryan Stiles. I'm excited to get to improvise with Ryan Stiles. This is going to be an absolute blast.
Well, this is what I needed to tell you, Ben, and he wanted me to say, break it to you gently. If it's okay, yeah. It's not, it's not an attitude thing with him. It's a contractual. And my understanding is, there's just certain elements that no, it's going to be great. He's awesome. Here's my 2 cute Ryan Stiles stories.
Please.
One, we were playing cards on the bus in the old days. I've been on the road with him since 1999. And in the last several years, it's accelerated and we do hundreds of dates. We did 100 dates last year. This year we missed 75 and that was only booked till October. So, que sera. My story is not so tragic, but you get the idea. We've been on the road a lot together. And all around the enchilada. And,
the whole Megillah, as we say in the
whole Megillah, Canada, whatnot, and America. And Ryan is, of course, consistently hilarious every night. It's like playing hockey with Wayne Gretzky. He just points at the basket and puts the biscuit in it, right? And so when I cut my thumb a couple years ago, I can't bend this thumb. How do you mean? I can bend.
You're now closer to primate than human,
right? We can rebuild him. We can rebuild him better. Only the government will know. I came back on the road after a couple of weeks. I missed a week because I had surgery and whatnot. And I came back and I met them in Chicago. And we were going across the street from the hotel we always stay at, this like really giant corporate place called Mr. Frog, Senior Frogs. Is it? It's like, it's in Rush. It's in that popular area. And I came down. I was pretty high because I was still on painkillers, and after thumb surgery, it's a great excuse to take painkillers for a couple of weeks, right?
Mm-hmm. So a couple of years, really.
The rest of the decade, if you can ration them out, like in a Kurt Vonnegut novel. And I showed up, and he was like, "I'm so glad to see you here." And then he bought me this giant piece of cake. And what I'll never forget was for the next few weeks on the road, and we were on the road while I had literally my arm in a sling like this, just horrible. He cut all my food for me when we would eat together. And he opened all of my bottles of water for me. He was so considerate. Yeah. And he didn't say anything or make a big fucking deal out of it. He just I'd order something and he'd go, "Here.
Well, you know what I obviously plan to do before tomorrow night is break my thumb.
He'll be so kind to you. He'll be so kind to you.
All I need.
He's thoughtful that way. I mean, he's unimaginable in other ways, but aren't we all? But of course, he's someone who, when I started working with him 30 years ago, didn't think that he'd be the one that I would work with almost straight through for 30 years. And that's why I think it's part of the magic of our relationship. I find him very funny, and I think we find each other funny, and that's a lucky thing, isn't it?
It's going to be so much fun. And let's quickly, because I have to run on to a billion other business things. Let's give away 2 tickets to these fine people.
Hell yeah.
Give us a reason why you would like a ticket, why you need a ticket, why you want one. If you can't afford one, let us know. We'll give away 2 free ones right now. The rest of you can get a discount ticket at the link on the screen. It's not even a full price ticket. It's a discount ticket. Discount for any tier of ticket. tmrw.com/live DEC 31. I'm trying to find my other page where I'm live streaming because I sometimes don't see comments there for some reason on StreamYard, but I'm not.
Someone says they're broke. You have to go over on StreamYard, I think, too, darling. And it's on Instagram. Phoenix Rising is broke. Well, we're all broke, sweetie. I know. It's so awful. I'm sorry you're broke.
Frank Notaro can't afford one.
We don't have a gig. No one has a gig. This is our gig. That's why we're on here telethonning this mother.
Truth. And it looks as though Jan Johnson also can't afford one. Frank Berman just bought a VIP ticket, and so did 2 friends. We really appreciate that very much.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you very much. Would you like, and is there anybody on your Instagram you would like to perhaps give one to?
Let's see here. Sad to miss seeing stuck at home. Would love a ticket. Here's someone, Aiden, Aiden on Instagram. What shall I send her to, Ben?
So you chose somebody, okay. Tell them to DM me on Instagram. What's her name? Aiden?
Yeah, Aiden. I'll stay on her thing here so I don't mess it up. Okay, Aiden, you win.
DM at Ben Gleib, and I will take care of it.
You DM you. She can just
Tell her
DM
to
you.
DM me.
Okay.
Tell her to DM me, and then we have somebody here in the StreamYard from Facebook, Heather O'Connor, Pleather O'Connor, saying, "I'm a broke teacher of autistic children and really want to go."
Oh yes, by all means.
That wins. That's a winning ticket right there. So Heather, please, Pleather, please DM me on Instagram so I can keep it all straight, and I will set you up. And who else we got here? I say we give away the last two because Becca Lynn, the amazing Becca Lynn, bought 4. This will get it off my plate, having to give the rest away. We have 2 more to give away. Frank Notaro can't afford it. Can he get one?
Yeah, let's give him
Frank Notaro gets one. Please DM me on Instagram. And if it's okay with you, I feel like maybe the 4th. Ooh, shit. Randy Longmire says, I've been following me for over a decade and deserves the love. That's a pretty good reason. That's a pretty good reason. At the same time, Jan Johnson is the mayor of the Mad Ones from my Gleib Off the Top show. She's the current mayor, won the mayorship, was elected mayorship a couple of days ago. And that's a good reason, too. So
you have a very Solomon-like decision to make here, Ben.
It is true. Oh, wow. Frank is being hooked up by Courtney. This is incredible. Courtney hooked up 5 tickets to my last show last time. Courtney Smith did. So she's going to take care of Frank. So that clears 1 up. And how many have we given away? We've given away 1 to Aiden. We give away 1 to Heather. And that left 2. We already said Frank's being taken care of by Courtney. That still leaves 2. I say that 1 goes to Randy Longmire. You have definitely 1, Randy. And Frank's already being taken care of. And then Jan Johnson, the mayor, also gets to win.
I love it.
That is 4.
It's a New Year's miracle.
It's a New Year's miracle. Please DM me if you just want a ticket, and I will set it up.
Aiden, are you listening to this? DM Ben Gleib on Instagram. I'll also try to message you, but I don't know how because I'm old.
I'm loving this. Tamara Brown is also offering to buy 1 for somebody. I'm not sure for who, but that is very kind of you, Tam. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And
you get a sweet group, man.
Hers to somebody else. So that's very awesome that you now won yours as well, Jan, the good mayor. Pretty awesome. Oh my God, Courtney's gonna get Jan's. Says give away an extra. And Becky Lynn, who's the one giving away these tickets, is here right now and loves Courtney for this. So now we have 1 more to give away. Let's look at Greg's Instagram comments and see who deserves one over here.
Let's see here. I love the pay it forward people hugs. Whoa, it's all gone horribly wrong. Because I love Ryan Stiles. Because your show starts at 5:30 a.m. here. Yeah, well, I want a ticket. I'm really excited. Where can I buy a ticket? Let's see.
tinyurl.com/live DEC31. Live December 31. Live DEC31. It's on the screen right now. I'll make it bigger for you on the screen.
Aiden DM'd you. So she wrote me just now and said she DM'd you.
Sirius Black is going to go buy the VIP. Thank you, Sirius. Really appreciate the support.
Yeah, Sirius is an old friend of ours.
Good offer here. Somebody wants to carve necklaces. Phoenix Rising 396 will carve necklaces. In exchange for tickets. Is that what you're saying? You're going to carve a cool necklace for me and Greg Proops? Is that what you're saying, Phoenix? Phoenix, if that's what you're saying, reply in the message right now. Let me know, Phoenix. If you're saying that, I might have to give you that last. Well, I don't even know if there's 1 left. Is there 1 left?
I'm in all the confusion. I've lost track myself, like Clint Eastwood said.
I've lost track myself. Oh my God!
Ask yourself
Jenna's buying an extra 1 as well. Holy Lord! Jenna's buying an extra 1. So I think we have 2 left to give away. This is incredible.
That is.
I need to remember who's being so amazing and doing all this. So I need to write this down on my computer over here. We've got Tickets being given by Tam, Jeanette, and Courtney. And ticket winners are Aiden, Frank. Frank is getting the ticket from Courtney. Sorry, this is not exactly exciting programming for you guys, but it is kind of an Oprah style giveaway on the other token. Aiden is getting one from Becca. Frank from Courtney. And we've got Tam getting one for, I don't know who exactly Tam's getting one for. Randy Longmire, I know, won one. And
I've lost all track now of how
I've
many
lost
people.
all track completely as well. But can you guys correct me? Jan's ticket is freed up. Got it. By Tam. Tam is buying Jan's. That's incredible. Okay. Tam is buying Jan's.
Perfect. Got it.
And so Randy Longmire is by Becca. That's amazing. So we've got Aiden and Randy Longmire being purchased by Becca. And Becca's here in the chat with us. That is incredible. And so that is 1, 2. I believe did I give any others away? Can you guys remind me?
They're DMing you.
Wow, and John Duggan is grabbing a VIP ticket, so he has an extra one to give now. Our fans are the best in the world.
Beautiful, baby. I'm really excited. I
Unreal.
can't believe they're just buying VIP tickets willy-nilly.
This is amazing. So, Heather O'Connor is who won as well. One of the ones from Becca. Pleather, Becca.
Pleather, that's right.
And then Duggan has one to give away right now as well. So we have, I think, one more left from Becca's tickets. Becky Lynn over here. And we've got one more for John Duggan to give away. Oh, got it. Tam's buying Jan 1 from Becca. And so Tam's buying one to give away. I see. Okay. So Jan is Becca. And Tam is giving one away right now. So Duggan's giving one away and Tam's giving one away right now. And then we are good. So let's see here. All right.
This is exciting, man. I love this.
This is incredible.
The holidays, we've all been, isolated, and it's so nice to connect with people and be able to give them something. And it's really going to be fun tomorrow, you guys. We're going to be really funny. And so are Jen and Dia. And we're going to riff and skiff and spliff and beef and reef. And there's going to be champagne. And then at the end, what is it? Whiskey Mule? No,
Whiskey
what's
Mule,
it called?
Moscow Mule and Dark and Stormy.
No, it's not
Trio.
the Mule. It's the Dark and Stormy.
This is pretty incredible.
Right.
Best day ever. I
Are
don't
you making
disagree.
the one with rum, ginger beer, and lime juice, is it?
Rum, ginger beer, rum and ginger beer and bitters. I don't go lime juice in it. I'll explain all the reasons why.
Wow. Whoa. Unconventional. I'm going to have to.
I try to mix it up. You understand. So
I'm going to pull you over
ticket?
while I'm piloting a Corsair through the Caribbean. That's how I'm going to ask permission to board you, because I feel that the Angostura Bitters is taking it in another direction that I wasn't ready for.
Listen, man, I try to mix it up. Literally, I will be mixing it up. So we've got 3 more to give away now. We have Duggan's to give away. We have Tam's to give away. And we have Jeanette's to give away. Who else needs a ticket? Let us know right now.
Someone here wanted one. Someone wanted one. Let's see what they're got to bounce. I love you.
And I need to know who needs a ticket. Tell me right now in the Instagram or on the StreamYard, or if somebody wants to check my other Facebook.
Send Ben a DM. Someone before said that they wanted one, but I can't find them now because I'm incapable of seeing. Site's so overrated.
Yeah, you don't need it. You always have gone more by feel anyway, haven't you, Greg?
Well, right? I mean, you just grope your way across the satirical landscape, hoping to find a familiar protuberance or something, spiky you can cling on to. so the jokes will spray like, newly mown succulents when they have to give up their moisture to the desert night.
The worst when that happens too.
Right?
The worst when it happens.
Or see, that's what I mean. It's gonna be a fun show, and you should want to. Phoenix wants one. Phoenix Rising.
Phoenix? Oh,
Phoenix Rising DM Ben Gleib.
Yes, Phoenix said she's going to carve for us.
Yeah.
That's incredibly kind. Out of wood. I love that. I love a wood necklace. We can then knock on it. I had an invention years ago. I wanted to make a knock on wood necklace. You wear around your neck, you knock on it so you don't have to ever find wood. This might be a gorgeous thing to knock on. So you just won one as well, Phoenix. Please DM me. I will hook you up and we will figure out all the details. So Phoenix has won one now as well.
Thank you, Phoenix. Thank you, Phoenix.
Phoenix, you will be getting your ticket. And I will, since this ticket is being bought by Tam, Phoenix, you're going to be getting a ticket from Tam. You can make my carving for Tam, who is a wonderful person, who is a frontline nurse that is going back in right now to help people in this dire time and is buying your ticket. So I donate my carved necklace to Tam. And we have just 2 more to give away. Janat.
That's really lovely.
This is just a very lovely thing all around from everybody. So
yeah, it is.
Who else? I said because I want. Oh, Rebecca Curiel Alessi did say because I want one, and said it several times. Said I wanted one. Oops, I clicked the wrong one. And then said, I said because I want one. I said because I want one. I want one. Listen, why not? Let's do it. That's good enough reason as any. You have won one, Rebecca. Your ticket will be purchased for you by the very generous Janat, Rebecca Curiel. So let's see if you're on the same platform. If you are, you're on YouTube and Duggan is watching this on, I don't know where Duggan went, but I will hook that up. So just DM me on Instagram if you could, Rebecca, and I will put you in touch with Duggan to make that happen. Yeah, these are very tangled. Very strong point, Katie.
Oh, don't cry. That's so sweet. Of course, we want to give you a ticket.
And we have somebody
everyone's
here.
Being so nice.
We have somebody here on your Instagram, Greg, Ann Hansen, saying, "I would love a ticket." And I love the.
That's the one. She was the one I was trying to find, Benjamin.
Oh,
Thank
good.
You for finding out.
Absolutely. So that will be purchased for you by Duggan. Duggan will be getting the ticket for Ann Hansen. And just please be sure you DM me your name. If you want to take it, please email me. Not just your Zoom name, but also your email address. Your Zoom name and your email address. And then I can make it happen quite easily. I loves it. Okay. I think that maybe does it. Ryan Stiles joining us as a special drop-in guest for Greg.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be so much fun.
Yeah, it really will be. Ryan Stiles is coming in. He's the right dude to do it. I had
Greg
a feeling.
and I will moderate our alcohol until the post show, so we will only get nice and buzzed with you in the post show, but we'll be sober enough to give you a great show during.
Exactly. And isn't there a drinking game going on, Ben?
There is indeed. Greg and I have to discuss offline how we should exactly do it, but feel free to suggest quickly in the comments. I was thinking if there's a certain thing that Greg says and a certain thing that I say whenever we say that thing in scenes, you take a drink is what I'm thinking might be fun, but I don't know what that thing should be. Lady Corbin asks, should we arrive nicely dressed or at least from the waist up? 100%. Greg and I will be dressed nicely. We hope the audience does. You don't have to, but you are certainly welcome to.
Right. There's no pressure of any kind and no shaming of any kind. I will be wearing shiny, shiny, shiny shoes.
Yes, I probably won't be wearing shoes. Yeah, well, I'm going to dress it up. I'm going to dress it up to the nines.
Yeah.
I've requested black dress from Carmel, so I got to dress it up too.
I love it. I'm going to wear this kicky number. It just goes to the mid thigh and like it's shameless, but I don't give a shit.
We just encourage you dress to the nines up top, naked down bottom. We don't encourage that.
You realize though, Ben, after this terrible containment and horror is over, in several years' time, it's going to be like the Roaring '20s again. We actually are going to get to experience what our great grandfathers, in my case, my grandfather, but your great grandfather, that insanity where after the war and after the flu epidemic that lasted 2 years, they thought it would never end, and then it ended, and then everybody got crazy, and all of a sudden women are wearing fucking skirts and what, like I really feel like that's what's next. So
That is such a great
something
way
to
to
look
look
forward
at it.
to,
Never even thought of it.
right? Because in the containment, it's horrible, and we're all sketched and we're all freaked. But then the overriding concern is to not believe it, deny it, and put it in a box and put it away. We're desperate to move on. So when we do move on, I think you'll see some reflection, but not the kind of reflection that you might have thought required of the situation. I think everyone's going to just be like, Disneyland's open again.
Yes, I can't wait. I think we're gonna be
I
a
can
little
go to
changed,
my
but not much
favorite
changed. I think we're all
taco
right.
place and sit down.
Oh man, that'd be nice. By the way, great choice, Janat. Silver sequin disco ball dress, love that. And then Corgi T suggests every time I say my famous catchphrase, "What a country you drink," which you are confusing me with Yakov Smirnoff, I believe.
What a country.
Oh, what wrong catchphrase? Okay, just to review for you guys right now, as far as I have it down, Aiden's ticket is being purchased by Becca, as is Randy Longmire's, as is Pleathers, and as is Jan, Mayor Jan. And then Duggan is getting Ann Hansen's ticket. Janat is getting Rebecca Coriel's ticket. And Tam is getting Phoenix's ticket and a wooden necklace in return. That is, and then did I say Frank's getting ticket from Courtney? I think I did. That is the goods. Thank you to all of you for your generosity. Thank you for being with us. And any parting words, Gregory?
Oh, absolutely. May the shadow of the next year be as light as a rainbow, because fortuosity is simply a certainty next year. Only the fact that everything's going to change, and you know what I'm talking about, the tenor and the tone is going to buoy us. And I think we will all find each other finally reckoning a little more with that, our commonality, rather than the unyielding fury that I feel each day, and that I think a lot of people feel each day, and that unresolved anxiety. I don't think it's going to get better like right away or anything. I'm not Pollyanna. I'm not Haley Mills in the movie. Oh, look, you still have one arm left. But at the same time, unrelenting depression is certainly not the order of the day. I really feel, if you think about time and what this year meant, in a year's time from today, which is December 30th, we will feel very differently. And it won't be like we feel now. And I think that's a positive thing. You know what I mean?
100%.
I mean, I'm not saying everything's solved, nothing like that.
No,
I'm just
we're
saying
transcending finally.
You know, you've been around a while, Ben. Shit changes, man.
100%. Finally, ebbs and flows, and the arc bends towards justice, thankfully.
Thank you.
Aiden's asking how you get the ticket. You have to go to Instagram and DM me. Direct message me on Instagram, your name, your Zoom name, and your email address, and we will connect you with who you're getting your tickets from.
It's a little thing that looks like an airplane.
DM me if you can. Tam and Courtney, and I already have Becca's info, but Tam and Courtney and Duggan and Janat, please DM me your email address as well, so I can link you with the people. That would be awesome. And thank you guys for your generosity. We will see you tomorrow night. It's going to be quite a fun show. Surprise guest, special guest, not a surprise anymore. Ryan Stiles, ringing the new year with us. Improv games, a very, very fun time. And as Randy said, goodbye to this pernicious annum. No doubt about that.
Oh.
Thank you, my friends. And we'll see you very shortly.
Yeah.
Tell your friends.
Adios, 2020.
Adieu.
Adieu.